Hey, good evening, team. Welcome to week 4 of OS 330 Talent Management. So, anyways, sorry, let me start by apologizing about week 3 discussion board. I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you, how it got turned off, but it was. And by the time it got brought to my attention that it was turned off uh, and that the forum wasn't available, it was already, I think, Friday evening or Saturday morning. And I thought with my policy of no late discussion boards, it would be unfair of me to turn it back on and to say, hey, get this done now, or you'll get, you know, points taken off. So I made the command decision and just said, hey, just do the assignments. And hopefully you're okay with that. I didn't think you would have an issue with it. There was enough writing assignments on coaching and mentoring last week, I think, to meet the objectives and get everything across. So, but there is a discussion board this week. I checked. It's on. Okay. And also, we're going to read chapter 7 and 8 of Aquinas's book there. And we're going to do case study 7.1 and 8.1, those assignments. And these are all based on the communication plan, how do we communicate to our employees and to our stakeholders, our assessments. And that's kind of important to stakeholders. We wouldn't think that people outside of our organization really care about the way we assess our employees. But for instance, I'm a teacher, right? So, and for the Navy. So here I am. I teach at the Navy Leadership and Ethics Center, and they do instructor evaluations. We do it on each other. We have instructor records. Well, outside of this organization, we have Navy entities that want to make sure that we meet the quality standards that they put. So now and then they want to review my assessments. How am I evaluated? And even outside. So, for instance, I have a Navy spouse course. Yeah. Sometimes the spouses have to come to Navy schools, and that is run by a steering committee of senior military spouses. And they want to look at instructor evaluations and assessments and to see how material is being delivered and how the curriculum is being accepted by the students. So that's just an example of outside entities, wanting to know how are we assessing uh, our employee performance. So that's in Aquinas's book there. Also, we're going to talk about a very, very powerful tool, 360 assessments. Now, you might have done these before too. This is where, for instance, your supervisor or a subordinate will send you requests for feedback on their performance. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be related directly to their annual or semi-annual performance review. It could be for an upcoming training session or, sporadically, could be out on a whim. But this is a very powerful tool where you could provide unfiltered, anonymous, qualitative feedback to someone on their performance that may or may not be related directly to a critical objective that they are being assessed on their performance evaluation. Now, there are some issues with 360 assessments. So, for instance, let's say I want a 360 assessment, and so I can distribute these to whoever I want, right, and get feedback. And then I'm going to get coached by an outside entity on this. Well, who am I going to send this 360 assessment to? I bet you, my friends, people that I like and people that like me. Well, I'm not going to get a lot of good feedback there, am I? Those are people that like me. All right. Also, let's say I only send it to my superiors. Then I'm only getting my seniors' view of me. Wouldn't it be nice to also know what my subordinates think of me? How about if you're one of those managers or leaders, and we all know them, that kiss up and kick down? Well, if I'm only sending them to the people that I kiss up for, well, they're going to give me some great feedback while everybody below me is going, wow, what a jerk, right? So these are some of the issues with 360 assessments. I mean, they're very powerful tools, especially when it's combined with another tool and a coaching and mentoring session. So, for instance, if you combine it with a Myers-Briggs personality profile, or there's Hogan assessments, or the DISC assessments, or you might have done the predictive index at Goodwin, right? If these were combined together with a coaching session with 360 feedback, it can be very powerful. An employee could say, hey, you just manage everybody from the front of your computer. You need to get out there in the deck plate. And while you look at their Myers-Briggs and you realize, wow, this person's very introverted and not very extroverted, that could be the challenge. That could be the issue. Those two correlate that feedback. So it can be a very powerful tool. And it's one that we need to welcome. Okay. So once again, great, looking forward to the discussions this week. And I got some grading to do tonight and tomorrow from all of the assignments that everybody handed in last night. And everybody's doing great. Look at that final project, right? We've been building on that. You may not have realized it, but look, the stuff that we have been building you should be taking my feedback, putting it all together, and then you're going to have a huge assessment plan for a company. So take that feedback that I've been giving you and implement it. Also, the grading rubric is in the announcements, so there should be no surprises. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay? Great. Thanks. Once again, Dave out.